welcome in. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from right here in the Impact Power Sports Studio. Online at ImpactPowerSportsMI.com, a great team over there that would love to help you get into a brand new Yamaha golf cart if that's what you're looking for. When you buy it right off the floor, they're perfect. But if you want, you can customize it. You know, you can put the logo of your favorite football team on there if you want. You can put, I don't know, whatever you want. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit when it comes to a Yamaha golf cart from Impact Power Sports. Online at ImpactPowerSportsMI.com and in Rockford, Michigan, along 14 Mile Road. I heard between the end of yesterday's show and today from my mole, which is within the building of Town Square Media, Grand Rapids. And there was discussion amongst the workforce there, as small as it is, at WGRD, that Kelly Cheese was not part of the segment 17 extra segment that the gang does at the end of their show for a Wednesday broadcast day. No explanation given as to her whereabouts. The broadcast day starts on a Thursday. There is no Kelly Cheese. My mole immediately weighs in with, yeah, she's not on. We don't know what's up. This is odd. This is very, very odd. Because the good lady had been talking about looking forward to going to Green Bay, Wisconsin. The crew is jet-setting out of town today and taking their show to Green Bay, Wisconsin for their annual visit to the radio station that they are on there. So what's going on that Kelly is suddenly not part of it? Today, the gang signed on, and same thing. Kelly taking a few days off, no explanation given. So that's weird. David asks the question, did she make fun of a sponsor and get canned? Yeah, who knows? I mean, I seriously doubt that if you were to go back and check out everything that happened on that show this week, that anything would stand out as any type of clue as to what is going on. Could this be something with a new job? Perhaps it's a disciplinary issue. Perhaps it's a personal issue. Perhaps it's a legal issue. That's all people want to know about. All I know is this. Typically with this show, where there's smoke, there's fire. If when it comes to the Free Bear and Hot Wings show in particular, anytime that I on this show have speculated that the shit is hitting the fan about something, I've been right. Every single time. And anytime that there's any type, and in fact, the last time that this happened was the Kelly Cheese divorce. And I didn't even believe it. It was audience members who were tipping me off saying, easy, hey, we think something's happening here. And I did not believe it. But lo and behold, it absolutely was true. So I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve here in my speculation. I want to be at the crest of the wave when it comes to what the fuck is happening. But a sudden departure on a Wednesday show, and now suddenly they announce she's taking a few days off. That's fucked up. Something odd has happened. This isn't just, oh, hey, I'm feeling a little downtrodden. Perhaps it's a mental health concern, and nobody would want that. I mean, who would ever want anything bad to happen to Kelly Cheese? She's the only reason why that show exists in the first place now. Because of, I mean, it sure isn't Hot Wings. It sure isn't Free Beer. Who is it? There's no one left. Kelly is the Joe. Okay, she is the straw that stirs the drink when it comes to content. It's unfortunate that it has to be wasted on a show where Greg is focusing on doing stupid bits like what goes in the fridge and your clothes washing habits and the great candle recall debate, because Greg is the one who picks all that garbage that they talk about and basically gives her a big pile of shit that she is left to create something with. And love her or hate her, it doesn't matter. I've talked about this many times before. Doesn't matter whether you like or dislike. The fact of the matter is you know her name and she's driving content. She might say something off the wall or ridiculous or make you go, whoa, fuck, what an idiot. That's her fucking job. That's what she is there for. When I was talking with Ross, newsflash, I am no longer talking with Ross. Out of the blue, Ross sent me a text. That was actually, I texted him. And then he said, we cannot talk anymore. Because I wrote to him, hey, this may or may not interest you, but Kelly is pissed off at Greg and feels like there's sexual discrimination at GRD. My podcast partner and I broke it down when I sent him the free clip from Who Are These Free Beers. And he wrote, I have to end this thread for my mental health and out of respect for Kelly. Now, and I wrote, oh, damn, no worries, buddy. So I haven't talked to him since. I don't want to fuck that up for him. You know, I don't want to be the guy. And it's like, well, holy shit, out of respect for Kelly, because you have been anything but respectful during this entire time, a year and 3 months that I've been talking with you. I mean, this has been a long time we've been discussing. As you can see, I'm thumbing through the amount of correspondence that we have had over these 18 months. That is a lot of talking, and it's not exactly flattering about the old girl. Which I don't know where that comes from. Rebecca says, Rutro, Ross got his hand slapped. Ben Glaze adds, don't forget about the bit. Is it a Taylor Swift song or Bath and Body Works product? Piano Fingerbanger says, maybe Kelly is making a trip out west for some quote-unquote legal advice, if you know what I mean. Let's add this to the rumor mill. With that respectful comment by our boy Ross, maybe there's love in the air. Maybe these two are rekindling things and repairing what was damaged. Now, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want happy people in the world? We need more happy people in the world. So I'm okay with that. But, yeah, raise your hand if you think that there's something going on. I know I do. And I'm here for it. Get the popcorn out. Because some of the best drama that we've ever experienced has been concerning this show, and it's outstanding entertainment. It's like the show makes up for months and months and months of shit product being put out on the airwaves with this type of awesomeness. Chris D is here. LOL, I had a phone call, so a few minutes behind. I'm listening to YouTube at double speed to catch up. Listen to Cartoon Toon Man Go. Outstanding. Okay. I don't know how you do that. Why? Sounds so ridiculous. All right. So, to recap, Kelly Cheese gone yesterday. Left the show. Was not on segment 17. What's going on? Why? Before that, I was tipped off by my town square mole, my insider, who will remain nameless, that she wasn't there. And the rumors are running rampant throughout the entire, workforce. No one actually goes to the radio station. It's a ghost town there. In fact, my mole walked me through the hallways the other couple Saturday nights ago. I wasn't supposed to say anything, but I don't give a fuck. My mole, because I said, hey, I've been wanting to see in person the changes to the building, like since they renovated it, and I've always been wanting to go in there. So we met up, and I walked around, and he goes, don't fuck with anything. I go, come on. Give me a fucking break. How long have we known each other? It's really great in there now. I have to admit, it is that studio is one of the greatest I've ever seen. Seriously. But anyway, that person reached out to me and tipped me off. It was actually Pooh Bear, myself, and this person. My mole, leading me by the hand. Don't fuck with anything, Eric Zane. I go, are you kidding me? There's cameras everywhere around here. Fuck you. Don't worry about it. But it's very, very nice. And then after that, then today, Greg goes on the air and says, hey, yeah, Kelly's taking a couple of days off. And she had been talking at length about, hey, I can't wait to go to Green Bay and have a good time meeting the audience. She loves that shit. That's like one of her favorite things to do. So why suddenly she is not attending that live show? Right now, they're on the way to the airport, getting ready to fly out on another radio adventure, minus the only reason why you would ever want to listen to that show. What could it be? Your choices are personal matter, medical matter. So that's the same thing, kind of like, okay, personal mental health, medical health, disciplinary, or job interview, job related. Or okay, it could be disciplinary or it could be fired. I am going with, I think, the least likely of things here. Hold on. Text message comes in. Somebody wrote on the, Ben Glaze just texted me this screenshot on the segment 18 page. Where's Kelly? I thought I heard someone mention she's out the rest of the week. James Hess, who I know that name, wrote, hopefully they came to their senses and fired her. It would be one of the single greatest moments on the show. Make them listenable again. Oh, bite your tongue, you fuck. Now, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. But if there is something bad happening to someone, I have to push everything aside in the interest of curiosity. Okay? This is my job. I am the most qualified to bring you any information concerning our pals at the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. And I'm the only one that does it because they don't talk about their own drama. Rebecca says if they fired her, send the file of Greg's workplace sexual harassment. Yeah, that's why you don't ever sexually harass someone, even if you're joking. Because all you need is somebody pissed off and then saying, well, yeah, I was sexually harassed. And then you get, well, yeah, but you said it was okay. Yeah, I just said that because I was worried about rocking the boat. So that's it. It's an open and shut case. Chris is back. He's finally caught up listening to the nonsense at double speed. Silly. I am going to cast my vote. So your choices are mental health issue, physical health issue, legal issue, like something she did something wrong legally and is incarcerated. So that's three things. Then there's a disciplinary issue, and then there is flat out fired. Those are your choices. I guess it could also be just wanted to relax, but I think that's the least likely. I am going to go with and the sixth thing, job interview at new job. Man Bun Chris says you're always right with this stuff. What's your guts say? Well, I don't think it's a job interview. I think that would be difficult. I think that she could very easily just say, let's schedule another date. And it seems very sudden because, again, just days ago, she was talking about enjoying her time going to Green Bay, Wisconsin. All right, I'm going to roll the dice here. And suspension and possibly fired. For what? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what goes on when the microphones are off there. Chris says their Reddit is talking about it now. Well, I'm curious as to what they have to say. But how many times have we been down this road with that team? All it says is Kelly Cheese out. And then it says clickbait. And then the OP says, why did you click? And then guy says, because it's clickbait. Wasn't that the point? Well, no, it may be clickbait, but it's still fun to fucking talk about. Okay, I certainly hope. I mean, I don't hope. The only thing that I hope for is that she would get a better gig that is better paying. Like I've said before, she's incredibly underpaid for what she provides. So that's the only thing for her well-being. I hope that she got a job that is a higher paying job. But anything else, I don't want any of that to happen to her. Come on now. That's ridiculous. Amanda is here. Rebecca greets her, and Amanda, I guess, asked her how she's doing. Amanda, you're alive. Jeremy and I were worried. I hope everything is going well for you. She said, I am okay. I think I'm going to drop out of Fatathon. Oh, boy. I'm on vacation now for the weekend and going to a music festival and camping. Well, I don't know if you want to just abandon it totally. Why don't you do this? Why don't you, if you feel like you've been spinning your wheels, maybe that's where it's coming on Fatathon. Maybe you reassess. Like, spend the weekend contemplating. Maybe even go ahead, get some fresh dick this weekend and eat like an asshole. So, one hand, you've got a BK broiler. The other hand, black dick. And you go to town on your two favorite things. And then the weekend comes, the weekend goes. And then you are back with a vengeance. Don't even weigh in Monday. But then, then you're like, all right, I got to fucking turn this around fast. How does that sound? Because the last thing you want is to just not do anything. Because, then you're going to die. And then you can't get any of those things. So let's set our sights on BKs and BBCs and then enjoy all those things at your music festival and then get back on the horse. That happens all the time. It doesn't happen that often with Rebecca and Jeremy, but those two, they've gotten to a point now where they're really starting to get that momentum. I mean, they've had it for quite some time, actually. And that's the hardest thing. You got to get into that momentum phase. And if you're not in the momentum phase, you can't just pick up the ball and try to run for a touchdown. You got to start with this is a sports analogy, a 1-yard gain, and then maybe like a screen pass for 6, and then Wes Welker over the middle for 8, first down, and now the defense is wondering what the fuck you're going to do. You're starting to get that momentum, but you still got to get that 1-yard run under your belt. And as of right now, you're running backwards, quarterback's getting sacked, 10 men on the field. It's a complete catastrophe. All right. So this concludes my speculation about Kelly Cheese. But something's definitely going on there. We can all agree with that. This isn't just, I wanted to take some time off. Yeah, that's bullshit. Now, I hope it's something minor, and I hope we never hear about it. Because that would mean it's gone like a fart in the wind. No big deal. Whatever. It happens. But if there is something that is mentioned, we're definitely here for it. And we definitely want to break it down with as much detail as we can. Because if not me, then who? Somebody needs to do this. Some legend like myself needs to do this type of heavy lifting. I don't want to do it. Who am I kidding? I absolutely want to do it. If there is drama going on that show, I'm like, fuck, yes. Rebecca is here, and she says, we're celebrating Jeremy's birthday this weekend. Let yourself have some fun and get back on the horse on Monday. Yeah, you're on the stallion horse all weekend, and then you get back on the Fatathon horse on Monday. Don't just throw in the towel and give up entirely, you asshole. Who gives a fuck? In 2 weeks, this will be a blip on the radar. You won't even give a shit that you fucking fell off the wagon. All right. I got a email from Piano Fingerbanger here. And I guess Piano Finger Banger's significant other, his girlfriend, wants to take your old pal EZ home. The poor guy. He was sitting there watching this show, and his girlfriend is suggesting that she wants to have sex with me and Pooh Bear. What? Let me read to you this email. I think my GF wants to take you to Pound Town EZ. Okay. So there I am watching a replay of the Twitch stream. My girlfriend walks in the room and said, "Who's the silver fox?" I give her the cliff notes on who you are. I then mentioned that you're married to the Queen of the Forest. "What does she look like?" she asks. Piano Finger Banger says, "Short, feisty redhead with big cans." To which girlfriend replies, and I quote, "Great, she can join too." Holy shit. At this point, I'm not entirely sure if she's kidding or serious, but I'd say there's a decently solid chance that she wants a one-way ticket to Swingersville, and you're both invited. God damn. I responded with LOL, OL, OL. Because that's about the only thing I can say to that. All right. Man Bun Chris says, hop in line. All the female listeners do. This is true. This is all the male listeners do, too. I am known for making the ladies swoon and the heterosexual men gay. Okay? I can't help it. I don't know if it's the charisma, the hair, the amazing eyes, the facial structure, the lack of wrinkles, the double chin. Who knows? But unfortunately, if I were to ever be put in that position, I would only disappoint. And I'm kind of like I kind of only go the route of the one woman thing. Things get more complex. So I want you to tell her this. Tell that sweet young lady I said that. It's very flattering, and I appreciate that very much. That's a boost to one's ego. People sit up taller in their chairs when they hear something like that. It's like, yeah, hey, I still got it. Yeah. Tell her that's very sweet, and I'm flattered. And you better treat her right. So is that a thing? Are you guys is that a thing that you guys are into? Do you get into like deals where there's you and significant other and then other people? Because I know that happens a lot. A lot of people are into that. Now, I don't know anybody personally who is, but I've read that is quite there's spots on Reddit locally. You can, hey, want to get together and bang? Oh, God. Holy shit. Rebecca says it's the humor and the confidence. And that's, a lot of people like that too. If someone can make you laugh, that's a win. All right. By the way, I voice tracked 3 shows today for the oldies station, and my voice is fucking hurting. I felt it start to ache, and I was like, what am I going to do? Cole says, go tell Pooh Bear that a listener's girlfriend wants to have a 3-way with you guys. Maybe she's down for it. Yeah, I'm not down for it. You're assuming that I would want to do that, and I wouldn't be interested in that. That's a little much for me. I'm pretty old-fashioned with regard to that. But thank you. Chris says, I recall the Queen of the Forest mentioning once she liked the name Piano Finger Banger. Yeah, I don't recall that either. Cole says, maybe they can just scissor. All right, I have a scenario I want to run by you. I was on my personal Facebook page, and I saw some names from these folks that I went to college with. And I saw them, and I went, I could have swore I was friends with them. So one is the husband, one is the wife. They met at CMU with me, and I knew them before I even knew Pooh Bear. A couple folks in the broadcast department, students, and they were a couple years older than me. I was a freshman at the time, and the one guy of this husband and wife team now was like a senior, and his name is Rob, and before I could go on the radio at the college station, I had to be what's known as a DJ assistant. So my job is to go in there and get his records ready to play and all that shit. And I really like the guy. He's a nice dude. And there was this chick in the broadcast department as well. And these two ended up dating. They've been married forever. They've got kids. They're very successful in their fields. Rob is in radio. And so I'm looking, I go, okay, so friend request. And right away, I get friend request accepted. And then dialogue with Eric, how are you? And niceties, nice stuff, all good. And then I noticed that after I started reading, I was like, wait a minute. I noticed that like many years ago, the same thing happened. So 2009, right about the time I probably just got on Facebook, hey, friend request. And I'm like, we were friends because I'm looking at an old conversation from 2009. And I'm like, wait a minute. So that means if I had to go back and make a friend request, at some point I was unfriended, right? I don't think I would have done it. Maybe I did. I don't think so, though. I was like, hey, oh, my God. Anyway, super kind. It was fun talking to her. And one of the things she said to me was, because they were running the college radio station in their own departments back then. This is 91.5, then known as 91 Rock FM. And one of the things she said to me was, she goes, Rob and I just found a box of old cassette tapes. You've heard me mention this term before. They're air checks. So you put a cassette in the thing. When the mic goes on, it starts recording what you're saying. That's how I got all this shit from the old Lost Zane recordings, or not Lost Zane recordings. Who Are These Zanes and stuff from that radio station. So I'm like, please tell me there's something with me. And she said, I can pretty much guarantee you that there's something with you. And I'm like, holy shit. I got to get my hands on this. Now, it's a box of tapes. So she would have to go ahead and take the cassette. We'll probably have to buy a cassette player and do it that way. And actually determine, oh, this one's Eric. But we have to have this happen. And then she said, I'm going to check out your podcast, because I was giving her the lowdown about how I got fired from mornings twice. Started this whole racket. Somehow radio finds its way back to me. Here I sit. All right. If you're watching the show on either TikTok, that's new, YouTube, or Facebook, I'm going to send you on your way. But if you want the rest of the show, you got to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. I have another platform, too. It's Patreon. Today is a Big Fraud Thursday. We'll be keeping our eyes glued to the rumor mill to interject any more information on who are these freebiers concerning our lady pal, our gal pal, Ms. Kelly Cheese. Ben Glaze and myself at 6 p.m. Eastern Time will delve into another episode of Who Are These Freebeers. We have material from the very odd live show in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We will get into that on today's Who Are These Freebeers, including the clip of free beer. This is the video clip I have of free beer is my only free beer intensive clip, where he crosses his arms in front of him, and he's like, I need to know if you guys think that I'm a wet blanket for fun. Do you think I'm a wet blanket for fun? As if they're going to go, yeah. What a horrible question. So Ben and I we haven't yet discussed this. I've played it for you, but we haven't really gotten into it. It's awful. It's so ugly. And then Kelly rushes into his defense like the pro that she is. All right, thank you. And that's patreon.com, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sign up for 7 days free. That's right, 7 days free at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Email me on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. If you have anything you want to talk about or say hello or tell me that your significant other wants to take me to Pound Town or maybe just thinks I'm ugly. Whatever. That'll never happen, though. Okay, have a good one. Thank you.